All right, it's your girl Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel and to my community of love and unity. We will not be talking about hair, and we will not be talking about food. We are on this journey of talking about the narcissist, and if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? So today we are going to talk about the healing journey. Now, there's going to be several videos that I'm going to do regarding this, but I wanted to start by telling you guys you need to trust the process. Please do not rush the process as you are on this journey of healing. Yes, you're going to want this to go as quickly and as fast as possible. I understand this. Those of us that are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel recognize and understand that this is just something you cannot rush. And it's not wise that you rush it. No, you're not going to want to feel the hurt, the pain, the memories, and things in that nature. Because you cannot believe, and you are in a state of shock, that someone had actually picked you to put their childhood traumas onto you. But as you are on this journey of healing, you're not just being empowered and gaining wisdom and knowledge and getting understanding, but you're going to have to apply these things. And when you're going through this process, one of the things that you should do, and if you can do, because it depends on your situation. If you have kids, you have to be able to maintain and stay strong in front of your kids, because you don't want your kids to be concerned and worried about their mom or their dad who has experienced this thing, even though kids have a sense that something's not right. But you don't want to show your kids this type of emotional pain that you suffered. And it's a way of shielding them. But of course, when you get into a better place and you decide that you want to share so that you can empower your children what to look out for, there's nothing wrong with that. So as you're going through this healing, one of the important things that I would suggest, if you have not started, is journaling. Write out your hurts, your pains, your thoughts, your feelings. This is going to come in handy as you're on this healing journey. And the reason why I say it comes in handy is because you will be able to identify and see how far along you've come. But as you are journaling, you're also healing your inner child that was hurt and abused by that narcissist. Just like I said to you guys, there's two sides, okay, of a coin. You have the heads and you have the tails. Okay? And what you're doing is you're not just educating yourself in regards to what happened to you, that the narcissist did to you, but you're also checking yourself and healing that inner child in you that the narcissist was trying to corrupt and hurt, that innocent part that's in you. As I stated before, and in previous videos, as I stated before, that the narcissist, okay, has traumas that they have not healed from, that they were affected from when they were kids, or they could have been teenagers. And when they were traumatized, something inside of them broke. Their hearts were broken. Their trust in people that they felt that they could trust was broken. They were emotionally wounded, as well as rejected, and did not understand the abuse, just like you don't understand why the narcissist has done this. So what you're healing from and why it's so painful is that you're healing from their trauma that they have placed in your life. And when they came after you, they weren't just coming after your supply. They were trying to hurt that inner child that's inside of you. They wanted to damage you so that you would be damaged goods. Because they wanted to keep you down like they are down. And the narcissist did this because this is how the narcissist has been surviving ever since they were a kid up until an adult. And it just learned how to manipulate people from what they learned from what happened to them, because this is a learned behavior. Some of this is mixed in with what they perfected along the way, but this is definitely rooted in them from that trauma bond that they experienced and never broke when they were kids. And I believe that this is partly the reason why it hurts so much, because you are actually experiencing that hurt, that pain, that suffered wrong that the narcissist experienced as a child. And the narcissist learned how to build this alter ego as a way to protect themselves from being hurt, and cannot separate fantasy from reality, because they are broken from that childhood trauma that they had experienced. And so as an adult, they go around continuing bad behavior that was inflicted on them. And so they inflict this pain and trauma onto the people that they come in relationships with. So when the narcissist was reprogramming you and, tapping into your emotions to gain your trust, somebody did that to the narcissist. Someone broke the narcissist down so bad and hurt them so bad to where they literally thought that that is the way of life, or they chose to keep to thinking that way because of their experience. And so when the narcissist came into your life, the narcissist wanted you to share in their afflictions, in their torment, in the pain that they deal with consistently on a daily. Supply is gathered to fill voids in the life that the narcissist did not have. They could have been surrounded by family, But that doesn't mean that the narcissist was actually seen by family, or maybe saw as an inconvenience, or treated and was rejected. Because you think about, as soon as you said no to the narcissist, you got a narcissistic rage. Just like what a child will do when they're being told no or they misbehaving, because they want to try to have their way. Again, a learned behavior. And because the narcissist is broken, and that child that they have in them was not protected, they don't want your inner child to be protected. So when they targeted you, it wasn't just your supply alone. They was targeting your inner child, your innocence. They were trying to corrupt your innocence. Does that mean that you're perfect? No. Because none of us are perfect. But we are perfect in God's eyes to those who have chosen God as his Lord and Savior. The narcissist suffered an evil thing that happened to them. But also, they accepted it. And the proof is in the pudding, because you're continuing a bad behavior. And it's very dynamic. It's evil. It's dark. So the narcissist saw that you were free and that you have this childlike innocence about yourself, and they felt like they wanted to destroy and damage that because they were damaged. And they're not healing, okay, that childhood trauma so that they can be restored. So they're looking for people that they can target and victimize and also affect, because they're affected. So in their world, they live like this, and they want people that's in their world to live like that too. The narcissist does not know how to be their authentic self, because they lost themselves along the way when they chose to become something else and decided to agree with it so that they could go on in life bullying people because they were bullied and hurt. And so they built this alter ego as a way of protection, to protect themselves from being hurt. But they still wind up hurting themselves in the end, because when you hurt people and they don't deserve to be hurt, of course they're going to leave. The problem in the situation wasn't you. The problem in the whole scenario and situation is the narcissist and their unhealed traumas. And the narcissist is afraid to take that healing and that hurt. Maybe they were ashamed. Maybe it was an embarrassing situation. But it doesn't give the right of the narcissist to cast those things onto you and try to put you in their place and trying to take your place. Because once God has signed, sealed, and delivered you, they can't walk in your destiny no way. And they know that. They know they cannot carry your destiny because your destiny is yours. And God appointed it to you. And so when you hear things about the narcissist is jealous of you, they're jealous because of their trauma that they refuse to get help to heal from and delivered from and set free from. And does that mean that there's work that's going to need to be done? Absolutely. But hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel to where that baggage that they're carrying, they could be set free from. But no one can set them free from that except for the narcissist. And the narcissist is thinking, if I have all this supply, I won't feel this pain. But that's delusional thinking. Because at the end of the day, nothing is going to satisfy the narcissist until that narcissist learns how to heal and understand the difference between healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships. You can show the narcissist as kind and as sweet and as intelligent as you are, and they will not ever appreciate it because of those afflictions from childhood. They're not going to ever be satisfied or content. And they're wanting to blame you for what happened to them in their childhood. And you can't pay the price for that because you didn't do it. And you can't pay the price as an adult for something that you didn't do wrong. You had a right to tell the narcissist no. You had a right to block the narcissist. You had a right to not want to have anything to do with somebody that's harming you and hurting you because of their unhealed traumas. That wasn't your fault. It doesn't mean that you didn't have no sympathy and that you didn't sympathize, but that doesn't mean that you get the opportunity to continue the behavior as an adult and don't think it's not going to be addressed. Now, the narcissist may be able to get that to somebody else that's broken, like them, like another narcissist, because they got something in common. But a healthy person does not have anything in common with somebody who's not. An immature person doesn't have anything in common with somebody who's immature. You got to be mature. You can't fake the funk and think that you can just pull the wool over people's eyes because you're using manipulative tactics. Because in the end, you still going to get exposed for the things that you did that you know was wrong. So when you're healing, that pain that you're feeling, you are feeling everything that the narcissist went through when they were traumatized. But you're also going through the traumatizing that they did to your inner child that is inside of you. And it is painful. Because you're reflecting on what happened, but also you're feeling like I let myself down. And that self you talking about, that's that inner child that you left unprotected. But that's not your fault. You were deceived. But also at the same time, you do need to take some accountability because you did allow yourself to override your gut feeling at first. until you started realizing something about this ain't right. And you started listening to your intuition. You started understanding those red flags. You understood that you had a snake in the grass that you let in, but you didn't recognize what happened. So some of this, you do need to take responsibility for what you allowed. But not all of it. Because you're not responsible for what the narcissist did to you. But do make sure you recognize that there is some responsibility that you did when you enabled them and allowed them to, even though you were tricked. Now, I know that some of you guys, this will resonate, and some of you might be mad. But at the end of the day, let's be real. Yes, you were manipulated, but there was something in you that knew something wasn't right, and you overrode that. That doesn't mean you should have been mistreated. That doesn't mean that you deserve the abuse. No. But from this experience, and as you're healing on this journey and trusting the process, you're going to look at where you missed it. Not just what the narcissist did. No, the narcissist still going to be reaping what they sown. Absolutely. But you need to change some things so that your inner child will not ever be affected and harmed and hurt again by nobody. Because you ain't going to allow it. Okay, you go through this, you're going to be like a pet bull. You know where you walk by one and it says caution, beware. You ain't playing. But you're not sitting over here mistreating or attacking anybody behind it. No. But your stance is different. And it should be. Your boundaries are going to be stronger than ever. And you're not going to allow things to slip and slide because you understand that you're not going to tolerate or enable somebody to treat you like trash when you are a treasure. So it's very important that you understand what the narcissist did. But you also need to understand how that narcissist did it so that you will not allow someone to ever deceive you again. It's just like the Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of wisdom. This taught you a big lesson. I know it taught me. It taught me a whole lot. But it's not stopping me from helping people. And it's not stopping me from being who God created me to be. But what it has done, it has resurrected something in me that needed to be birthed through me. You're going to need to write a letter to your inner child and apologize to your inner child and let your inner child know you made a mistake. It's okay. Own it. We all make mistakes. Yes, we were deceived. Yes, we were manipulated. Yes, we were taken advantage of. All of that is true. But you need to heal that inner child in you that the narcissist was trying to damage, to destroy. And that inner child of yours, it took a hit. It took a big hit. But what you need to do is give yourself a hug. Give that inner child a hug. And let that inner child know you made a mistake and you sorry. And take that inner child of yours to the Lord and ask the Lord to heal that inner child. Because as you're going through this process and you're in that cocoon state, that's what is healing. Your inner child. That essence of that core of what the narcissist was trying to get to try to damage your spirit. They were trying to get to the core of you, and God blocked it. And I know God blocked it, because once you gave your life over to Jesus, you was his. And he sealed you by his blood and in his love. So yeah, you took a hit. And it hurt. It's unlike any pain you ever feel. But also at the same time, as you're healing, you become so grateful and thankful to God for delivering you out. You become so thankful and grateful that you see the love of God and what he did for you and in you and through you as you're going through this process of being rebirthed into that beautiful butterfly. And you're going to fly high because you already leveled up. Now, you may not feel that way depending on where you are in your journey, but it doesn't mean that you have not arrived. You just going through the process before you'll see the finished results. But you okay. It don't feel okay, but you're okay. Just continue the no contact. Block them. If they hoover you, keep it pushing and keep it moving. Because I'm going to keep telling you, you don't need the narcissist closure. They gave you closure when they bounced. You got your closure when you bounced. And you said, no, thank you. And that's when the light bulb went off and you were like, I don't talk to strangers. Because at this point, that's what it was, a whole stranger. You never knew the narcissist. What you got to say to somebody that wasn't real and was sitting over here mistreating? That's a stranger. You don't know them. What you do know is that they used your personality and your goodness and your good nature against you to pretend that you guys was like two peas in a pod. And that wasn't the case. So as you continue to heal, do your journaling. Write out your emotions. Write out your feelings. Find some place where you can release that hurt, that pain. Because you're not going to hold on to it. And this is how you're going to be able to release it. Anything that the narcissist given to you, give it back or throw it in the damn trash. Because you don't need it. Because it wasn't given with good intentions. It was given with all evil intent. Because ain't that what abusers do? Buy you shit? Come on, y'all. And then gonna say they sorry. And then pretend like they gonna be cool. And then next thing you know, all they doing is going right back over the same thing again. And then you sitting over there like, I knew I shouldn't have did that. Why go around the mountain again? Get out. of that relationship if you are still in it. And if you have kids and it's hard for you to maneuver right now, you need to be making a plan. Because there's no way that the narcissist can give you something that they don't have to give. That's why they're getting supply from you. Okay, write books. Because your journaling can turn into a book. Start a YouTube channel or share. And don't be afraid or ashamed or embarrassed to tell your story. Because your story is what's healing and helping someone else that needs help just like you needed help. It don't matter how many of us is on here talking about this subject. Because we all have experienced it, but we all go through it differently, but it's still the same outcome. And your story can help someone else resurrect and rise high. You could be saving somebody's life. You could be healing a vessel and healing yourself all at the same time. So don't be afraid to turn that camera on and talk. Don't worry about what you got to say. Speak from your heart and tell people your experience and tell them what you learned. What's that saying go? Teach one, reach one. It takes a village. That just does not apply to kids. It applies to adults too, because you got an inner child that you need to heal. And let that inner child know that you love them. And learn how to guard your heart. And it's okay to say no. No means no. I don't give a damn how somebody feel. You have a right to say no. You have a right to walk away. So as you are on this journey of healing, trust the process. You're going to make it to the other side. You're okay. And just know, I love you. But God loves you so much more. And you will see the love of God as you continue to trust the process of your healing and your rebirth. For you will fly high. You will level up. You will get through this. And I will see you guys in the next video.